Hello and welcome to Building Better Homes, where we empower visionaries to build it right. My name is Yvonne Kato. Now, did you know that steel is 100% recyclable? In fact, 98% of steel that is used in construction can be recycled. On today's episode, we are discussing steel structures. Come with me. Now, today we are at Invent House, where they deal with steel structures. These designs are just amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul, for joining.
You're most welcome.
Karibu sana.
Thank you, Karibu. Yes.
Yeah, so now, if you can just take us through the how do you even start designing all those things.
Wow. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
This is Invent House, as you've said, and I can call this as one-stop steel shop. You get everything that deals with steel, from fabrications, powder coating, laser cutting. I will show you later all about that. But basically, this is our office where we get our clients and they tell us what they want. So from there, we are able to take them through our products, and maybe from that, they can choose what they want. So from this desk, this is where we do our fabrication designs. I will show you the laser machine, but this is where we do the designing. The client has showed us the taste that he wants.
Patterns.
Yes, the patterns. The patterns. So when she selects the patterns, this is where we come now and do the designing.
Okay.
And save that in a flash disk so that we go to the machine now and do the real thing. Yes.
Okay. So basically, if I come with my own design, I get it designed here and it's printed on the metal and it goes.
Okay. We go with your taste, what you want.
That's
not
good.
What we have,
That's good. Talking of steel structures,
Yeah.
tell us what exactly is fabrication? The fabrication process, what does it entail?
Fabrication is now when you give us your design. Maybe you want a door, you want a gate, you want windows. So when you give us measurements in your design, this is now what happens on the ground. Like you give us the measurements, then we'll come and do whatever you want on the ground, like he's doing here. So this is basically fabrication itself. Yeah.
Now, talking of designs, I see there are different designs like for what is this, coconut tree, probably a coastish vibe and all that. For example, if a client, I do not have a design, do you give me designs?
Yeah, we give you so much that we have, but again, we also allow you to choose what you want.
Okay.
But we have several designs that you can choose from. But we love when it comes from the client, like this is the taste that I want.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to impose what we have. We want you to have what you want to have in your house. Yes.
Yeah. And what are some of the advantages of using steel when it comes to construction?
I would go for steel if I had a choice of maybe choosing between steel and wood. One, because it is last longer. If it is well maintained and taken care of, it can go for hundreds of years. So that's a lifetime. You don't need to do it again.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how do I know a good quality of steel?
Or steel?
Yeah.
For you to get to know about the best, I think you have to go to those that are qualified like us.
Yeah.
Steel has different sizes, or I can call it thickness. So the smaller the thickness, the lesser the time it will last.
Okay.
But of course, it interprets also to the costing because it's cheap. So you find that steel has so many qualities, so many sizes. So we are able to guide you to get the right thickness, maybe for your gate.
Okay.
You know, there is something that can go with a gate, but can't go with a window. Yeah. So you have to, if it's a gate, there's a thickness that is required. If it is a door, there's a thickness maybe is required for that door. So we're able to advise you on the thickness because basically the difference in steel is about the thickness.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where the different types of steel comes in?
I would say that is where the difference comes, because steel is steel, only that it has different sizes, different thicknesses. Yeah.
So just to reiterate,
Yes.
the thicker the steel, the longer.
The longer and the more expensive it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So depending on how long it will last,
Yeah.
also depends with the thickness of the steel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now when it comes to steel and rust,
Yeah.
because we assume not everyone is living in Nairobi or Ushago, maybe some are in Coast. How do you make sure that the steel does not, get rust and all that, especially in areas where there is salty water and also salty environment?
Wow, that's a good question. What I can say about how to make steel to last longer, it's all about getting the right protocol in painting. Because if you're in Mombasa and you're not able to do the powder coating, paints are available everywhere you go,
Yeah.
But you have to have the right protocol of how to do the painting. Yeah.
Okay.
If I am to explain that, I would say that before you apply now maybe what we can call paint, there's what we call undercoat, which now prevents the rusting itself, yeah? So you have to do that undercoat before you do these other paints that maybe the client will choose on the color. But basically you have to start from where it's supposed to be and end it at the final end. Yeah.
Now, talking of our first question about designing.
Yes.
How has technology helped you guys when it comes to steel construction?
Now, if I may go back to where we started, before now the machines came, you'd find that to get a pattern like this, you had to use a chisel. Like a hammer, a chisel, you're trying to get maybe what the client wants, but there's no satisfaction in that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of complaints and all that. But where we are now, we are modernized, we have very recent machines that don't even have to work on them. The machine itself, you command it and gives you what you want with a lot of excellence. Yeah.
Also, it saves time, man, because I'm
Yes,
assuming
yes,
if
yes,
you are doing with hand and whatever, you'll take
Saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you can take us through the machines. This is the machine you're talking about,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So how do you guys, do I have to, where do you key in all the stuff and then for it to work?
Okay, to start with, this is the laser cutting machine. This our technician is called Victor.
Yes.
It's the one who does the whole thing here. So basically, like what we saw on the reception, that's where now you get the designing. There's a place when you save what the design that you want. There's a place that you slot it in. This is where now you put on the flash disk and displays the whole design on that. Yeah. So from there now, when the design is saved in that machine, it commands now here.
Okay.
You don't have to touch it, just feed it in there. You key in whatever you want. Now the machine gives you what you want.
Okay, first of all, pata mbati ya 3mm. Kwa kwanza unatoa design kwa brush. Yangaa tuna roll. Roll brush, a design kadi ya hiyo. Then tunafungulia razor na tunatoa emergency. Then tunakisha ile the compressor. Then tuna frame. Kitu ya kwanza mabati kona must ijaribie ya setting zake. So iko ready. any gear part ya
Yes.
And now, talking of steel again,
Yes.
how does it survive in extreme weathers? You know, how does the weather affect steel?
The only area that the environment affects steel is only about rusting.
Okay.
Nothing else. This is about water and oxidation. Yeah, nothing else that we can say that that can destroy or affect the longevity of steel. Just about rusting and rusting only.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Now,
if you're able to prevent rusting, you are good to go.
if for a future homeowner or a current homeowner,
Yeah.
what are the key considerations they should have before getting a steel or wanting a product of steel?
I think you're supposed to get the experts to advise you. Of course, you have to tell us what you want.
Yeah.
Then from there, we're able to advise you what to go for in regards to the thickness and the quality, because the thickness is about the quality.
Okay.
So if you want to get a gate, we'll advise you on the thickness of the steel that you need for that gate to rust. One, because it is exposed to rain, to sunshine, and all that erosion. So the thickness here, that is where it comes in.
Okay.
Maybe for a door that is inside the house, you don't have to have that big thickness like as of the gates, because it is not exposed to rains. You know, once you have done the painting, then the
done.
thickness is okay.
Yeah. Apart from the products that you've shown us, when it
Yeah.
comes to the design and all that, what other products do you guys have of making of steel?
We also have another product. Maybe that one we might not have it here because it happens on the ground.
Yes,
Because once now a client goes for a gate, maybe he requires automation. That's where you can operate the gate from a remote or even a phone. Nowadays, we have gone to that level. That you are in the US, you can open your home in Kiambu or somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the internet and all that. So we have gate automation. That's where basically we have a motor, you motorize the gate. Maybe the sliding, also these other swing gates. There's that other product. Other than that, we also have what we show you later, what we call powder coating. It's still a product of steel.
Okay.
It's a service here.
Yeah. And talking of powder coating,
Yes.
what is the advantage of using it? Maybe we can also go and look at it.
Yeah. As you can see, this is what is happening now here, the powder coating. But when it comes to painting, I would say this is the highest end of painting because it happens in a very hot environment. I would call it an oven. In fact, it's an oven. So it's a very hot environment. So what happens with this powder coating, as it coats itself, the metal is heated and already there's a powder that is applied on it. So when now it's exposed to that heat, it's like kind of, say, enters into the steel. You know,
okay.
it's not like the normal painting where you paint with a brush that even with something small you can scrap out the paint. This way now it's like the metal, the steel itself is one with the paint. So it comes to like almost impossible to rust because there is no spaces that are left for the air
to pass through.
Yes, to pass to the steel. It's
So
coated purely by the powder. This is not just paint.
Okay.
It's powder itself.
Now, once it's like this, as a client, do I need to paint it again?
No. You see, now we have done the end product of it and we wrap it with this steel. So what is remaining, that is installation only. We don't have to do it again. This is final.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is probably best even to coast areas where there is a rusting and all that.
This is the best. This is the high-end painting. Yeah.
Now, you know, they say everything that has a good side also has a bad side.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges when it comes to steel structures?
I would say challenges that we face as with our clients, one is about how expensive the steel, because the better that you want, you have to go for more in regards to money. So you find like painting powder coating, it's a bit expensive when compared to these other paints.
Yeah.
So the customer would come and get appealed to the powder coating, but when you mention the prices, so it becomes like a hindrance. You know, you want to give this client the best, but comes to money, it's an issue. Maybe it's a hindrance. We can call it a hindrance because everyone needs something that is beautiful.
I think also in terms of for clients to know the advantages of it, because I believe this is the one which is powder coated.
Yes,
It's lasts longer than the other one, from what I've understood, right?
Yeah.
Is it made of steel?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Everything is about steel there.
Okay. Ready? Now, apart from all these other products that we have seen, what other products do you guys have that are made of steel?
Oh, the other product that we have made of steel is about electric fencing, whereby we use a lot of steel from the laser wire itself. That wire that has sharp blades. There's the wire itself, which is electrified, and also the painted posts. You know, these are barriers that we normally install to our clients to prevent the encroachers. So that's another product.
And when you talk of those electric wires, do you guys also now connect them, kabisa?
Yeah, we do the connection about it, and the best thing about the quality that we use, which is of steel, is something that we call galvanization. This whereby the steel is exposed to a bit of its paint again. It's not like this one. It's like it's boiled together with the paint. You know, this one is powder, but this other one. This again is a bender machine. Like you have a pipe like this one, you want to have this curve. So this is where you put it and you roll it down. You get the circular or whatever shape that you want from that pipe. You don't want a straight pipe. Maybe it's still what, yes, but you want a design that is not straight. You want a C, you want an S, you want a U, you want an L. So this is what will give you that kind of a shape. Yeah.
Does the thickness matter when it comes to bending it?
No. But it's a good question also, because if the thickness is too little, it might not give you the best.
Okay.
Yeah, because when it comes to pressing and it's too soft, it might not give you what you want. So also the thickness now depends there for you to get the best, like the best curve. Yeah, so but the heavier it is, the better. But if it's too heavy again, it may not give you also the best.
Okay.
So there's average thickness of now getting the bending. Yeah.
Okay. In terms of steel structure, what is your advice to future homeowners or current homeowners who are looking forward to have steel structures in their houses? What advice would you give them?
My advice would be, if you want to do a good home, go for the best. Because there are people that have gone for steel, but of a low quality. You know, the thickness is too small.
Yeah.
Okay, you will not spend much because it's cheap. But if you want to go for a lifetime thing, then you have to go for a quality and also agree to meet the cost. That is my advice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Paul, for being with us. Thank you for the knowledge.
Yes.
Today I've learned about coating, powder coating.
Yes.
I never heard about that, but I used to see something like this, but I didn't know that is powder coating.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And to our viewers back at home, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Remember, cheap is expensive, as we have had. You know, the thicker the steel, the longer its durability.
Yes.
So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions and comments, please write down below, and we'll see you on our next episode. This is Building Better Homes. I'm your host, Yvonne Kadzo. Goodbye.